Okay. So here we are back again with both Nikhil and Dan. Thank you guys for your comments on the India-England third test, the pink ball test, and the IPL auction. So I'm going to come straight to you, Dan, and we're going to talk about the Australia-New Zealand T20I series. So, Dan, my simple question to you is that what do you think, what are the key areas that both the teams would like to focus on, as far as this series goes?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting series. I mean, New Zealand right now are probably one of the better T20 sides sort of floating around in the competition, and they're a real chance for that trophy. I mean, Martin Guptill's a quality player at the top of the order, and we know what a tremendous sort of ball striker he is. And I mean, for a side, any side that's sort of captained by Kane Williams, and again, not just an excellent skipper, but he's shown in the past in the IPL with Dave Warner that they can form a pretty deadly combination for the Sunrisers there. And they've got a tremendous sort of bowling attack. Trent Boult, Southey, Jameson as well, 6'7", swings the ball both ways. I mean, Dave Warner will be happy that he's sitting on the sidelines for this one. And then you've on the Australian side, who would want to face that? You're going to have to get low down there, and and then for that sort of side, you've got Colin Munro, you've got Ingram, you've got a number of sort of quality players New Zealand will be able to call upon, which will be quite interesting to see. On the opposite side of the coin, Australia first, it's like, how can we get Aaron Finch back to being Aaron Finch? Anyone who saw BBL 10, I mean, Aaron Finch found some awesome ways to get out, off the biped, backing up off, Berendorf as well. I mean, he just got some awesomely good ways. The only thing he didn't do was hit his own wicket, which was disappointing. I mean, that would have been excellent. Run outs. I mean, but Finch, he's shown in the past he's a tremendous skipper, and his best position in the side is as an opener. The problem for Australia is all of Australia's best T20 players from the BBL are top order batsmen. They're opening batsmen, they're top order batsmen. So you've got 9 top order batsmen trying to fit them into the 11 somewhere. So where Australia fall down is they don't have a finisher. They don't really have a designated 5 or 6. You'll see Mitch Marsh there. You'll see Darcy Short tried there as well. I mean, Ashton Turner is the current number 6. But the problem for Australia, and this is a happy problem to have, over the last, I think, 12 to 18 months, they haven't been losing too many wickets. They've been losing 3 or 4 wickets up until with 20, 30 balls to spare. So as a 5 or a 6 in a T20 side, you don't actually have that opportunity to sort of really showcase your skills unless something goes really bad. So again, it'll be interesting to sort of see how it plays out. But New Zealand for Aussies, New Zealand's like that little brother who just really, really annoys you. It's like, oh, look at me, pick me, we're so good, we're finally number 1 at Test cricket. It's like, guys, come on. You fell into it. Let's be honest here. As much as we love that system, I mean, I think we just saw the top 2 teams play in Australia over 4 tests. And I mean, what a heavyweight battle that was, with India, deservedly winning. So again, there's a lot of questions there. I think, we're in for a terrific series between some, exciting, an exciting Australian side. I mean, we've got Ben McDermott in there, which is great to see. We've got Josh Philippe in there as well. If I was a Melbourne Renegades fan and Brad Hodge, there was a thing years ago in the BBL, Brad Hodge, and this is, I'm a diehard Perth supporter. I can't help it. So back when Langer was coaching the Scorchers, Brad Hodge has come out and said, Langer and the Scorchers are rorting the system. And it's like, if you look at the WA Marsh Cup side now, yeah, that's what we said. Yes, that's what we said. So, and you look at the WA Marsh Cup side, Darcy Short, Marcus Stoinis, it's an international team in itself. And I would love to have that team as the Scorchers, but we can't because of Hodgie. That's all because of Hodgie. Again, it's a quality side. Let's see how it goes. It should be a great series. Nikhil, don't tell me you're a Renegades fan.
No, I'm a Stars fan. I'm worse than that, actually. Yeah, I mean, we get to the final and then we just walk away nicely. So, but yeah, I think for me personally, I want to see how Josh Philippe does, because he had a good BBL season, and I think he would be playing number 3. I think that's what people are reporting. So that would be interesting to see. And yeah, the firepower is there in Australian batting lineup, isn't it? Like Stoinis, Maxi, there's Mitch Marsh who can hit them as well. So there's so much explosiveness in that lineup that you can literally win. Like one of them clicks and you 8 out of 10 times you're going to win, right?
Right.
So that's it. And I mean, it's the sort of side that makes you really want to pick up a cricket bat. It's kind of like a Chicago Bulls. It's like an LA Lakers sort of side. It's like, man, I really want to see the side fire. I mean, I really want to see Stoinis and, Felipe and Darcy Short just go nuts. I mean, sure, I saw Short hit 200 once as an opener in the Marsh Cup game. I mean, again, another crazy ball striker. So, I mean, it's like, when you have Rowe open and he goes nuts, or Sadway when he played and he went nuts. So it's like, you just want to go pick up a cricket bat. And it's like, oh, this is so good to watch. So, yeah, hopefully we get the same thing and hopefully another great contest.
Yeah, and I think even the bowling lineup as well for Australia has probably been like it's back to the intimidating level. Like you're not even going to be facing many other lineups who have such kind of variety in them right now. Like sure, you have 2 bowlers with the same last name, but apart from that, there's the variety in there is like pretty good. And even with New Zealand, actually, in terms of bowling, I think personally I would give New Zealand a slight edge in the bowling in this series. But again, it relies on the fact that Bolt is performing as well. So if Australia can negate Bolt, they are a good chance to actually take this series and maybe even sweep it. I mean, in terms of an overall strength, I would, then definitely. So, 3-0 to Australia, and it might be a bit of a bold prediction, but I'm going with 3-0 to Australia. And as I said in the previous video, I'm a RCB supporter, so Josh Philippe, Glenn Maxwell going boom boom is what I'm praying for. That's all I need from the series.
It could all be happening. It could be a happy T20.
Guys, just a minute. I have to correct Nikhil here. Nikhil, it's not a 3-match T20I series. It's a 5-match. So you.
Final is fine. Final is fine. Would you take final?
Sid, we'll take 3-0. We'll take 5-0. We'll take 4-0. Just as long as we beat New Zealand, because it's like your little brother. You're letting your little brother win cricket in the backyard. You never hear the end of it. Never. I mean, just like then they'll have 2 sports that they're good at, not just 1, 2.
No, we can't have that. We can't have that. It's 2021. We can no longer have them be better than Australia in 2 sports. So.
No, for sure. No, but we'll give them the rugby, but they can't have the cricket. That's dead. That's the line in this case.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, but I probably, on a serious note, I didn't know it was a 5-match series, actually. I thought it was a 3-match, but if it's a 5-match, I'll probably give New Zealand 1 game for sure. But as a neutral, although not a neutral in this, I'm strongly supporting Australia. But if I was a neutral, I would like to see a 3-2 series. But even that would go to Australia from mine. And beating New Zealand in New Zealand would probably be the best setup for Australia to head into the World Cup as well. And I think they would be taking it a lot more seriously, because with the inclusion of Philippe and just letting Warner rest as well and stuff like that, what Australia is doing with the series, right? They're looking forward to the World Cup. And same with New Zealand as well. But I just feel that Australia has a lot more riding into this series in terms of preparation and what they want to achieve out of it. So as much as I love Kane Williamson as a player and a captain, Australia to get the series 4-1 or 3-2 or 5-0 doesn't matter, but Australia for mine.
There we go. You have it from Nikhil. There's a huge call right there.
And what's your huge call here? 5-0 for Australia?
Mate, who am I to disagree with Nikhil? I think he has cricketing wisdom beyond his years, apart from the RCB thing. We'll forgive him for that.
Yeah.
We'll just see how it goes. But I understand the reasons. But it should be a good series. Yeah, if I was neutral, I would say 3-2. But I'm not neutral. I'm the Glenn McGrath of commentators. I'm calling it 5-0 to Australia. Done, dusted, and we never hear from the Black Caps again
And you know,
until July.
And if someone ever asks me that, assuming the fact that you are Glenn McGrath and I'm Ricky Ponting, and if someone asks me that, don't you think that, it's not nice for Dan to say that, 5-0 every time? And I would say, it gives him motivation. So yeah, I can't do anything about it.
Exactly. Well, Hasha will see this, everyone over there will see this, and they'll start talking. The dream team.
Hey, imagine the first ever tryout to predict a 5-0 for Australia and it comes true. Like, we would be chased by sponsors from like bookies and stuff. Like Bet365 will be on this spot going, let us know how did you get that info.
The boys got it 5-0. Paid them.
Yeah, pretty much. We could get sponsored soon though. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, we'll take betting companies, beer companies.
Beer companies more than betting probably. It's much more profitable to us right now. So
yeah. We'll wear shirts. I'll face paint, whatever it is that needs to be done. We'll do it. Talk to your friends, your family members. The Indian cricket community has to get behind us here.
Yeah, just need a 5-0 from Australia, and we are on our way.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, guys. Some mighty fine points and some serious banter. Some good fun here. So thank you, guys. Thank you for joining me. It was great to have you both, and I really look forward to having you, again and again, to have these interesting conversations on the game that we all really love. And I really hope that, next week we are going to discuss probably India going 2-1 up after the Motera test, after the pink ball test.
Potentially. We're sort of torn here, mate. And the reason for that is this. Look, if it's a drawn series or England win 2-1, Australia are going to Lords.
Yeah, there's that element as well. Yeah, can't rule that out.
Yeah. Well, until next week, gentlemen.
So thank you, guys. And it was great having you, and looking forward to having you, again. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye.